Hello and welcome to an exclusive video interview with Nilesh Shah, who is the Vice President and General Manager at West Pharmaceutical Services. Mr. Nilesh has over 25 years of experience in this medical devices field. In this interview, let us know more about his journey and also his role at West Pharmaceutical. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So we'll start by talking a little bit about yourself. So please tell us about your professional journey.
Got it. So I've been in the healthcare medical device industry for the last 25 years. Currently, I lead the emerging markets of Latin America and Asia Pacific for West Pharmaceutical Services. I started my career in the US and I worked for companies like Johnson & Johnson, GE Healthcare, Draeger, and Fortive. Bulk of my career was in the US. I had some time in Europe, in Italy and Germany, and I went back to the US. And for the last 6 to 8 years, I'm in Singapore, leading the emerging markets. And like I mentioned before, throughout my journey, I've been very fortunate to be in the healthcare space. And I think there is a stronger purpose that drives me to be in this space. It makes me feel like I'm making a difference every single day.
Oh, sir, that's excellent. And sir, because you lead the role of a vice president and also the general manager for the APAC as well as the South America region. So, you shoulder a lot of responsibilities, right? So can you please talk about your leadership style and also what do you think are the three most important qualities for a leader?
Got it. So, the way I describe my leadership style is lead by example, leading from the front. I believe a leader's job is not to create followers, but a leader's job is to create future leaders in the organization. And look, there are quite a few qualities that a leader is required to be successful. And the way I see it is the first and foremost is about courage. I think courage allows a leader to make a bold decision, take chances with the business and with the people, and make some courageous decisions. The second quality that I admire the most is about empowerment. A leader is responsible for the people. And how do you empower your team? How do you get the best out of them? How do you grow them? How do you nurture them? And make a business impact through your team is probably the second most quality that I think is needed. The third one is around the learning mindset. I've been in the industry for 25 plus years. But I feel like every year, every month, every job and every position that I feel like I'm still learning and I still have ways to go. And I feel that for every leader, having that agile mindset to be flexible and to learn from the experiences, learn from new team members is also an essential quality of a leader that makes him successful.
Oh, that's such an insightful answer. And so, because we touched upon, previously about this healthcare industry and your motive about joining the healthcare industry being a purpose-driven and industry. So, I'd really like to know what particularly interested or appealed you to join West Pharmaceutical Services and what promoted you to take up the role.
Yeah. So to me, talking about West Pharmaceutical Services itself, I mean, it's a 100-year-old company. Well-established, seen as an innovator in its space, seen as the strongest partner for the pharmaceutical industries. To me, if anyone that has injected a medicine or has been vaccinated, they probably have come in contact with West. And the mission and the goal for this company is quite noble. How do we help big pharma companies successfully contain a valuable injectable drug? And that's what this space is all about. To me, the drive for innovation, the quality aspect, the mission to make a difference in patients' life is what attracted me towards West Pharmaceutical Services. And then I've always been excited and energized by creating something new. And our CEO's vision is that we want to make the emerging markets far more successful than what it has been in the past. I like developing growing markets. And I think this position where I get a chance to expand markets in Asia Pacific, in India, China, ASEAN, Australia, Korea, and then also look at South America markets of Brazil, Mexico, and others. That's the exciting part. I'm creating something new with the team, and that's what gets me going.
Oh, sir, that's fabulous. So we've talked, multiple times that you have almost 25 years of industry experience. So you have had numerous challenges throughout your journey. So I'd really like to know what is the most cherished accomplishment, professional accomplishment that you've had so far?
Got it. You know, there's been quite a few cherished accomplishments over the years, but the one that comes to my mind right now is when I was with ASP, a Fortive company, where I was leading the international markets for them. This was an acquisition that was from J&J that Fortive had got, and we were standing up 125 countries. So integrating the business from Johnson & Johnson to Fortive, setting up new warehouses, setting up new team, new organization, doing everything from bottoms up, at the same time keeping the business going and serving our patients and our customers. And in midst of all that was COVID. And we had a huge team in China. We had about 7 to 10 personnel in Wuhan who were stuck during that terrible time of COVID, couldn't go anywhere. And sales were down, elective surgeries were down. Everyone was worried about what's going to happen to their incentive. Amidst all that crisis, to keep the motivation up, take care of the people, keep them engaged, ensuring that our engineers still show up at the hospitals despite all the restrictions and take care of our machines so they can serve the hospitals and patients, and standing up all the rest of the countries globally. To me, I felt like it was an all-you-can-eat buffet of challenges. Navigating through those challenges with the team made me I would feel a better humble leader, a leader that probably has now more confidence, that went through all these challenges. And I feel very proud and successful about the team itself. And so looking back, I feel that that was the most cherished accomplishment that I was part of.
Oh, so that's amazing, and congratulations for overcoming all of the challenges so far. But so because we talked about the team, so my next question leads upon that. What makes your team in APAC so unique, and also what is the most important factors for you when building a team?
Got it. You know, what makes our team in APAC or emerging markets so unique at West? Number one, I've been in quite a few companies. West has probably the longest tenure of employees. I mean, I've had employees that have worked for 30 years in this company, in this region. And that's, there are quite a few leaders like that. To me, that's what brings that technical know-how, the customer centricity, the knowledge of the industry. To me, I feel like that is second to none. So that's one thing. Second, I see that that fire in the belly of my team that feels every single day that we are making a difference. That is not just about a containment solution, but we are driving good quality and access to the patients in emerging markets. And constantly we are learning as well. The team is adapting. We're not using the same ways what we have done over the last 30 to 40 some years in the region, but we're adapting and growing the business, at the same time serving our customers, ensuring that we partner with all the pharmaceutical companies in the emerging markets in helping them in their mission to provide the best quality of healthcare for their patients. And I think that's what is unique. And to me, every day, it feels like the team is having fun. The team is enjoying what they're doing. And that's what drives their motivation. And their motivation drives my happiness and my motivation too. And that's why this doesn't feel like a job, but it feels more like fun and accomplishing something very noble, what we're doing for our patients.
Oh, so that's a great answer. And so, because we talked about motivation right now, so what is that one quote that is extremely close to your heart? And also, if you would define what is a success mantra for you?
Yeah. I mean, the one I say often, that the quote or the mantra that is very close to me is about, do what you say and say what you mean. And the reason I say this, for myself and for the team, is we got to have a very high say-do ratio. And we build trust, confidence, reliability by following up and doing what we said we were going to do. And secondly, speak your mind. Say what you mean. There is no reason to be sugarcoating, no reason to be politically correct. Just speak your mind. So I always say, do what you say and say what you mean.
Oh, so that's a key lesson to learn for most of us here, sir. So we've talked a lot about your, professional journey. So we'll shift the gears and we'll talk about the company right now. So if you could just tell us a little bit about West Pharmaceutical Services, and also the business in the APAC, and also why has it reached the 100-year mark, and why is it so successful? Like, if there's a reason behind its long-standing success, please let us know, sir.
Exactly. Yeah, great question. About West Pharmaceutical Services, like I mentioned earlier, it has been in the business for the last 100 years. Last year, we celebrated our 100th year anniversary. And that 100 years, I mean, it started by our founder, Herman O. West, who built strong partnership with companies like Eli Lilly in serving their mission. I think the goal was, how can we successfully transfer medicine, injectable medicine, and get it to where it's needed the most? In that term, like providing the containment solutions that is, again, maintains the efficacy and the safety of the drug was the mission. And over the years, West has continued to stay focused in that space and has maintained that strong partnership. Our commitment to our customers is second to none. Our innovation is second to none. Our commitment to quality is second to none. And I think that's what has got West going and has kept West ahead of the game. And it's not just in the containment solutions, but it's also about the concept of how do we make it easier, safe, and effective for any patient to inject medicine. So that's kind of our charter, whether it is in having a device that is on your body, if it is having something like a continuous glucose monitoring device. So there are different ways of how the medicine can be injected, or different ways how your parameters in your bodies can be measured. And I think that's what West Pharmaceutical is all about. And we have been quite global. We have a vast manufacturing footprint that allows us to be nimble, flexible, and meet our customers' needs. And I think that's what, again, makes us the good choice for our customers, and again, has kept us going for the last 100 years, and hopefully, many more years to come.
Oh, sir, that's remarkable, sir. So we've talked a lot about the company as well. So I'd like to really know that what are some of the key trends shaping the healthcare industry currently, and also how is West particularly responding to those trends?
Yes. So, a great question. The trends that are shaping the industry and also kind of driving West Pharmaceutical Services, the first one is the increased need for biologics. And so that greater need for new invention and new drugs, and most of them are in the form of injectables, that's what is growing. So that market is growing. That allows West and companies like West to innovate in the solutions, in the containment solutions. Secondly, there's also a shift from having the healthcare at the hospital, clinic, or with a healthcare provider to more in a home health setting. And that's kind of the broader shift. It's happening in developed markets and also in emerging markets. And if that's the case, how do we make it safe, easy, and effective for a patient without intervention of a healthcare provider to inject medicine? I think that's the broader trend. And that means that, how can companies get, devices that can accurately, timely inject medicine into your body? So that's a shift. The third trend I see is increased regulations, increased focus on the quality and the reduction in particulate matter. And that's happening in the US, in Europe, and elsewhere in the global markets. And that requires West also to stay ahead of those regulations and support our customers, the big pharmaceutical companies, in ensuring that their solutions also is aligned with the stringent regulatory standards and are able to meet the customer's needs. So those are broadly. The last one I would say, more importantly, that everyone probably might have heard about is the push for GLP-1 drugs. It is a new classification of drugs that is getting indication for obesity. It's been indicated for diabetes in the past, but companies like Eli Lilly and Novartis have drugs that are now indicated for obesity. And that phenomena and that need is going to keep on increasing. And again, that if that demand is increasing, it also puts more pressure and more demand on West to be that innovator and provide those containment solutions for the GLP-1 drugs. So those are in broadly what I see as the trends happening in the industry.
Oh, sir, that's an insightful answer. So this brings me to the end of the interview. So we have only one last question to go. What is the vision and a growth strategy for West APAC business in 2024 or over the next 3-5 years?
Yeah, so I would say, look, West for the last 100 years has been a leader, has been an innovator. Like I mentioned before, if anyone that has got vaccine or has had an injectable drug, it's a very high likelihood that they have come in contact with a West product. Our vision is to continue that charter. We want to be forefront with the patient in the center. And how can we, again, make it safe and effective for our patients to inject medicine? For emerging markets, my vision is to continuously drive that quality and access the way I see it. Right now, in many of our markets, access is a major driver, followed by quality, and then also followed by cost. But then how can we address all three of that in emerging market is kind of my broader vision. I want to make this team in emerging markets second to none. This team has a strong passion for innovation, strong passion for our customers. We can continue to leverage that so that we could be the most dominant, most competitive player in the market. And again, keeping the patient at the front and center of all our strategies. So that's kind of our vision. That's our thinking of West to continue to be successful in serving our patients in the healthcare industry for many more years to come.
Oh, sir, that's fantastic. And so this brings us to the end. It's been an absolute delightful conversation for you. And I wish you all the best for your company as well as for your own professional journey. You are a very passionate, very purpose-driven leader. You are a team player. And I hope that the company continues to be the innovator in the industry and also provided state-of-the-art services.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.